Hi everyone, welcome to another S3 ICT class. Make yourselves comfortable. Today we're going to continue talking about selectors, but we are going to learn about something new, a different kind of selector. Now, just to give you a brief introduction, these are the things that you need for today's class. You need the atom. If you don't have it, make sure you have Word or any other word processing software. Please make sure that you have access to your Bacon HTML and CSS files. And also, we're going to use an emoji website, emojipedia.org. So just head on over to that website. I'll show you. So if you Google that and then you click on the name, this is what you get. You can just search for an emoji. We'll talk about that in a minute. Um, a very quick review. Remember that last time we talked about CSS grammar and we focused on selectors. Okay, and the selectors that we learned about they were based on HTML tags. So I'm talking about these things. So body, H1, H3, those are your selectors. And at the same time, those are, as you know, HTML tags. Okay, but there are other selectors, so we're going to learn about another selector today. So how do we do this? So what we need to do is to add another image into your Bacon HTML file. So I have my Bacon HTML. I have it here. As you can see, those are my Bacon HTMLs. Okay. I need to go to Emojipedia. I'll look for salad, for instance. Okay. Green salad. Click on that. Okay, green salad. There. So you have different emojis here. As you can see, these are the images from different developers. You can take your pick. It doesn't really matter. I like this, and which one was it? This one. For some reason, I like it. It's not too real, it's not too fake looking, so I don't want something like this that looks too real. So it's up to you which one you choose. Okay. Um, what do? We copy that, right click and copy image address. That's what you need to do. Okay. Once you've copied the image address, you have to go to your Beacon HTML and insert that. Okay, insert the address in a place right after, just the line after the Bacon image. So has to look like this. You should type in image, the image tag. So this is what you're going to have, remember? Okay, so let me do that. For instance, here, ing. Okay, that's what you get. In between the quotation marks, you copy paste your emoji, and then you can also add an alt text so that if the image doesn't work for some reason, the viewer can know what the image is about. So in our case, it's salad dash img. Okay, just to be consistent with this bacon dash img. That's what you need. And so if you've inserted that, this is what you would have. As you can see here, it's the very same. Okay. Now, of course, we need to see, what will appear on the web page. So save your HTML file, Control S, right click on it, copy full address, remember, okay? And then go to your browser, open that particular file on the browser. Okay, and let's see what we see. So if I go to my browser, this is what I have. You see, I have the two images, so bacon and salad, but what's noticeable right away is that they have the very same background color. And why is that? Okay, why? Because um you can see that this is being styled by that CSS file that's linked to your HTML file, so you better check that. And once you check that, you will see that the image selector targets all of the images. Okay, so for instance, if I just go back to, let me see here, so this is the bacon image and then this is the salad image. If I go to the CSS file that is linked to this HTML, what I see is that given this selector, you see, the background color of all images must be blue. Okay, now that's all well and good if that's really what you want, but imagine that for some reason you want your different pictures to have different background colors, you know, maybe for styling reasons. What if you want that? So what do we do? Okay, what we see here is that, tag selectors are not enough. What we learned before, like HTML tag selectors are not enough. These things are not enough. We need to introduce class selectors. So what we need to do now is to go back to the bacon CSS file and uh, right after the image tag, sorry, not CSS, but HTML file. Let's go back to the bacon HTML file and type in right after the image tag the term img. Okay, we have to type in another attribute. If you remember, attribute means things like crc. Okay, so we have to add a class attribute. What do I mean by that? So a class attribute would let us, make distinctions between different HTML elements. So what you need to do is to go into your HTML, look for the image tag, and right after this, type in class, equal sign, open quotation mark, bacon, closing quotation mark. Okay, do the same for the salad image that you chose. Okay, that's what we need to do. So let's take a look. So I'm here inside my HTML, just class, then bacon, put some space there. Okay, and the same here, class. Oh, was that again? Salad. There you are, and then save it. Okay, now the next step is to go into the bacon CSS file. Okay, now what we need to do first of all in the CSS file, the relevant one, okay, the one that's linked to your HTML file, is to comment out the image line, the image rule. Remember the tag selector. How do you use comments in CSS? You type in this / asterisk, and then whatever comes after this will be commented out, but make sure that you close it off with asterisk forward slash. Okay, if you want, you can also make sections in your CSS file, separate them in this way, so you can have tag selectors like these ones, remember? And then you can also have class selectors, as I will show you now. So I'm in the Bacon CSS. I'm gonna comment that out. As you can see, forward slash asterisk, and then at the end, asterisk forward slash. If you want, like I said, you can make sections. For instance, here, I can make comments there. Oh, sorry. Tag selectors. Then I comment it out so that I'm just gonna copy that here. Let's see, right at the very bottom. Okay. And I say class selectors. Okay. Now those are not necessary. Actually, just them. Okay. What we need to do now is to target the styling of the bacon image. Okay. So what you need to do, what you need to type in is a period or a full stop. So like so. I'll make that bigger so you see. So basically a dot, a full stop, like so. And then all the rest is the same. So you have the opening curly bracket, okay, the attribute here, and then the value, okay, and then the closing bracket. So this is what you need. I can copy paste that actually, and I'll paste it into the CSS file. Now that I'm back in the relevant CSS file, I can copy paste. So suppose that, you know, this is my class selector, close opening bracket, attribute, colon, value, semicolon, closing curly bracket. As you can see, I chose black. Okay, so let's see how this affects the, I'll save that. Let's see how it affects the web page. As you can see here, it worked because the background is black. Okay, so I refreshed it. This is the web page. The styling has worked. Okay, this is what you need. So I'm gonna give you a challenge. There's something you have to do on your own. Add a style to the class salad in your bacon CSS file. The background color of that picture of the salad picture has to be red. You have to do, a similar thing here. And please note that the class in the HTML and CSS files need to be spelled exactly the same way. Okay, so if you spelled it like this in the HTML file, it has to appear like that in the CSS file. Okay, so this means, okay, it means if it's like this here, bacon, then if you refer to it here, has to be the same spelling. Okay, those have to be the same. So go on ahead and complete the challenge, save your file right after, then upload it to Teams in the right folder. Okay. What's important to note here is that using class as a selector, you can make specific choices, styling choices about these different elements in HTML.